Hi everyone, my name is François Parlant and I've just received this planning for next year's meeting. Of course, I'd like to sort them, so I need to put them in one column with a title next to them. I'm very happy to show you a bunch of new formulas that can do that. It's gonna be advanced, but follow me and take something for the headache just in case. Let's start. As you may know, since the matrix flavor in Excel formula, you can do fancy stuff like that. Select a range, put an and ampersand, take another range and just click enter and you get a dynamic array. We're going to build onto that to create our separation in two columns. If I want to be able to separate the data later, I need to put something in between when I'm going to select them. So I'm going to do ampersand, but this time I'm going to add a character that is not in my data. You can choose whatever you want. I'm going to use the pipe because I think it's easier to understand. That's where I want to cut the columns. Now I put an and again, and I'm going to put the second range, and I click enter. But of course, I don't want that on multiple columns. I need to have that in just one column. I'm going to use the fantastic new formula Tocol, and I'm going to close the parenthesis at the end of our formula, and then I've got one column. Now I can take the text before the pipe and the text after to create our table. But of course, it means that we are going to use this part of the formula multiple times. Maybe what we can do is give a name to this formula so that we have something shorter to use later. I'm going to use the let formula, which appeared quite some times ago, and I'm going to give a name. I'm going to call it A. It's very simple. I'm going to give the formula that's an A, and now if you want to see the result, I'm going to display A. Well, nothing changes because that's A. Now let's see what we can do about separating first part and second part. Now, if I want to take the text before the pipe, I'm going to use TextBefore. I'm going to take A, I'm going to tell what is the character that allows me to do the separation. That's of course my little pipe. I'm going to close the parenthesis, and now I've got the first part. But how to make, I want the part before, I want the part after, all together in one table. That's where the Hstack is going to be useful. I can take a first part and then I can take the second part. Okay, what will be the second part? Well, I guess you already know that's going to be text after, and I'm going to use A, and now the pipe is going to be once again the separator. Now I can click and I've got two columns in one dynamic array with the separator used to make the two columns. Of course, there is something wrong with the dates. They're aligned on the wrong side because they are text. I need to convert them into numbers because otherwise I won't be able to apply a short date format. So let's try that. I'm going into my formula after the text after, and I'm going to multiply this column by 1. And now I have numbers. I can go down, select everything, and just put it into short dates. The problem is that if I want to sort this column, I can't do it. If I go into data and just change that, I've got a message saying that I can't change part of a dynamic array. So I need to sort it inside my formula. So let's add a sort around my table, which is this. And now what I can do is simply add at the end the number of the column I want to sort on. That's the second one. I'm going to close the parenthesis, click enter, and now I've got the date sorted, and I still have the title to understand what meeting that is about. I really hope you enjoyed discovering the power of those new formulas. See you again soon. Bye bye.